Hey, it's Coolio if you don't know. Welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Hero of Dreams. Last time we assembled the entire Triforce of Courage, of course. Not the entire Triforce, I should say. And then we found out that Don Moore is a bad guy, which seriously is right there. And Link, you're stupid. Anyway, it's out of my system now, I promise. So now we have to go and defeat Ganon. No messing around this time in between dungeons, we're just going to go straight to it because it is right here. It's direct access from the Temple of Light. We just need to follow this path up here. And here we are in the Dark World, where things are a fair amount uglier than they are in the Light World. But they still let us have the fairy fountain, in case we need it. Which right now we don't. Now here's where we get to actually be a hero of dreams. This is the actual Fulton. We're no longer actually in the dream or really here. So yeah, the bridge is out. We'll have to find a different way around. Yeah, don't bother trying to use super bombs on big rocks that look breakable. The fact is, they simply are not. Now there is one thing that I could have done before coming here. I'm not going to do that thing because, for one, it's just lots of trouble. And two, I'm going to attempt it after we finish the game. If you haven't played this game before, well, you'll see what it is. I'm gonna give you a hint. Paper Mario. That is the only hint that you get. If you do know what it is, try not to post it in the comments for the people who haven't realized it yet. Oh, we can talk to this guy here before we go. They attacked so quickly and knew exactly where our defenses were the weakest. They must have been planning this for years. What's to the west of here? The island where they came from. But don't go there, whatever you do. It's cursed. The best advice I can give you is to seek refuge in the caves just outside of town. Out in the open, you will most certainly be killed. Well, I don't think so. I'm the hero of dreams. We're gonna do this, we're gonna do this right. Once again, spending several hours on a very small raft. That cannot be very comfortable, but it's what we gotta do to save the world, guys. Okay. So, further in and further on we go. Here on Gannigan's Isle. Don't worry, I'm gonna try to avoid making this a 3-hour tour. I shall make this much shorter. What's in this cave? Apparently this fairy fountain is inactive. No, potion vendor. Yes, please. I forgot about that. Now I'm gonna switch off of the potion so that I don't use it by mistake. And into Ganon's Tower we go. Level 9. Link, I knew you would come. The nature of the Triforce itself demands it. Whether the pieces are near one another, and when the pieces are near one another, you can feel the power of the pieces as they are close to being united. I now have the power and wisdom. All I need is the Triforce of Courage, and the Triforce will reunite, and then I will be master, not just of Hyrule, but of the world! Not if I have anything to say about it? Don't be too long in bringing me your piece. I will be waiting for you. Yeah, sure you will. You and your mother. So this is going to be a bit of an simple yet annoying puzzle because of everything bouncing around into your face and into our collective faces. But this too, push that button, which doesn't seem to do anything in this room, but does something in this room, allows us to push this button. Of course, keeping in mind that we can just swim around, we don't have to actually look for special places to get in or out. Okay, so let's boomerang that. And I don't know what this guy's deal is, but I seem to remember attempting all manner of things upon it, and it not reacting. I'll just prove this here. Boomerang, bomb. Not gonna use a super bomb. Think you've gotten the point that there's really nothing we can do to that thing. Now trying to figure out my path here because it's really hard to see. Okay. So right now I'm going to say this is a return room. A return to what, you may ask? Well, oops. Need to use the hook shot, not the bombs. Yeah, if we just move ahead, not really paying much mind to anything, eventually we're going to get spotted by one of those statues, end up back here. Try not to do that because it does cause damage. You want to kind of get a feel for the rhythm of the eyes. And then get spotted anyway. And I kind of don't want to use a potion, and I probably won't even if I need it to not die. Duck over here. Now the next one is the one that we have to worry about because it kind of blinks before actually closing its eye. There. I think that these do the same thing, yeah. And blink, close. Now this one closes its eye for a very long time. I don't know if... No! I wanted to hookshot my way to the left and not to the down. There is nothing down, Link. Okay, that time I admit I was just not paying attention. Also, you get 4 hearts of damage every time, which is not protected at all by your armor. So, green tunic, 4 damage. Red tunic, 4 damage. And the other tunic, 4 damage. Oh boy, that one was way too close. And blink, close your eye, and good night. Please don't kill me, I beg you. Hey, I pressed the button. Okay, now I actually press the button. And we got a key. Take a key for coming in. Yes, and that is going to be particularly useful to us since we were kinda close to dead. Now it's at the point where even if we end up killing a pulse voice with the sword, it only takes 2 hits. Secret switch there. Okay, so we're gonna have to hookshot our way to that very narrow moving platform. Switch back. No, 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 no. Using the pause menu to allow us to think about our decision here and not overshoot anything. Of course, not wasting any time. That was kind of a dumb move. And there we go. Could have gotten here in better shape, but we got here in not bad shape. Plus, Fairy Fountain. Now we get to kill a bunch of centipede things. If any of you in the comments have posted what the name to these centipede things are, and I'm still calling them centipede things, is because I've pretty much recorded this entire series before a single video has gone up. So, okay. Brings us to here, where there is a wizard throwing stones at us. And you may have guessed what's going on here. We've seen rooms like this before, especially in Sorbet Shrine. I'm going to use my arrows to get rid of you. And to get that too. Get the hook shot ready, because we're going to need it. Ah, freaking boulder! What even hit me there? Oh, come on. It's just a matter of reaction time, mostly. It's a lot easier when you know exactly where the buttons are going to be. And when you don't pretty much run everywhere but where the button is. I wonder if I can use my... No. I have to actually use the lantern for this. which is fine. I just wanted to see if there was an easier way. As usual, just a matter of hitting all of the cacti in the order that they turn red. Then we can heal up and move on to the next room, where pretty much the top level of these jerks is hiding out. This is as strong as they get, folks. Fortunately, there is a fairy fountain just outside this room so that we can heal up after we defeat this guy. And of course, as is the rule with the Zelda Classic, he will stay defeated for all time. Alright, so we got an additional key, and here we go to the third floor. The ice floor. Hopefully this is succeeded by an ice cream floor. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be just nifty? Of course, an entire floor made of ice cream might cause your head to explode, so take it as you will. Okay, so now we want to move that there, so that we may reflect magic upon that statue up there, which slightly transforms for some reason. And also, I took the longest possible path in selecting the hookshot again. Hit the switch, make the seedlings here drown in agony. Okay, so this room is dangerous. You wanna know why? I'll show ya. See? That's why. And of course it backfires on me because all the friggin'... They're all on the same side as I was. So now we get to do all of that again. At least part of it is going to be abridged because of the fact that the puzzles have been solved already. Now we just have to press that. I don't even need to bother with that button, actually. And this is already open. Yeah, that's pretty much the nice thing with this dungeon is that a lot of the rooms actually remain solved when you leave them. This, of course, being an example of one that doesn't. Get out of my face! Really? You knocked me into it? Oh my goodness. I don't think that's ever happened, that I was in the safe place and I got knocked out of it. Blink. Up we go. Close your eye. And good night. That was risky, but I did it. Wow, that almost kind of backfired on me, but it didn't. I love that. Pole's voice can now be defeated in 2 swords. Okay, hit the secret switch. Wow, that was like exact timing. Now hit the meth. And on we go. Now here, hopefully, is the way you're supposed to do this. Yes. And we don't even need to heal up here. Ocarina time. Okay, maybe not as many of the puzzles as I thought would actually stay solved. At least this one isn't terrible. Just a matter of not reacting like a nut to everything. And preferably not being trampled by boulders. Really? You even gotta do this again? You know what I said about most things remaining solved in this dungeon? I was lying. I just didn't realize it at the time. Okay. Getting spiked all over the place, but that's okay because I'm getting healed all over the time. And here we are, back in floor 3. Where this time we shall not fall to the same perils, but to completely different perils. Oh, this stays solved at least. You know what? I say, let's make things interesting. Don't worry, I have a plan. Come on, die. How many hits do you take? You don't take that many hits. Like, wow. Okay. Now for my plan. My plan wasn't as laid out as well as I thought it was. There we go. Also, those reflected bulls didn't seem to have nearly the same power as the originals. Alright, so now we need to hook shot down, then get the hammer through the pause menu, and hopefully keep up with the falling platforms. Okay. Push this block up here. Make sure not to fall into the icy death water. Oh, geez. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to use that potion at this point if I want to actually defeat this flame Gleeok. Yeah, that's 3 hearts of damage already. I would have just barely died. And that would have been embarrassing. And if not death by Gleeok, it would have been death by these guys. Okay. Now here we are in the Forest of Blorks. Yes, the Forest of Blorks. This is its official designation now, and no person can revert it to anything else. Okay, so these spiky eyeballs again. Just need to be careful about pushing them, and then we stand on the last button. That was pretty easy. Back up to full health. Yeah, I'm gonna be buying another big potion before we actually get to the end of this. Believe me, it's going to be necessary. Okay, this is... We're going to need to hookshot this first, so it's important to make this move before anything else. So when we press that button, we hookshot here, and then we will go over there. And I think then we press the button over there because it's going to be up. Then we hookshot down. Okay, so then, yeah, we hookshot down, hit the mole thing, press the button on the bottom right, then around that silver brazier where you press the button on top there, hookshot down back to the brazier and out to safety. That's my plan. Let's see if I can carry it out. Of course, using the pause menu because that will afford us as much time as we can get. Perfect! Now we get one of these rooms again. Aren't these fun? Okay. So what we want to do is hook shot to that block over there. And then dive down to press the button. That's stage 1. Actually, I can stand on the button, I believe, and make it continue to go. Okay. No, that doesn't work. Alright. Well, let's just keep on pressing the button like that. So dive underwater, press the button, that's stage 1. Then go around and push the block to the far right there to the pedestal on the left, that's stage 2. Keep going to push the other block in the middle of the screen on its pedestal, that's stage 3, and then get out. Okay. That's our plan. Can we execute it, or will it execute us? Press the button. Push the block. Push the second block. And make it out alive. Then we get to fight one of you jerks again. See, getting rid of his shield is going to make this whole fight a lot easier. And we get the big key! Alright, and that teleports us back down to the bottom, where I shall climb down and get another two-use potion. Also, this one is not inactive, you just have to stand right up against the statue. I'm guessing its magic is kind of running low because environmental concerns and all that. Now, you jerk. So now we shall take the key path up. Watching out for, of course, the grubby man hands, also known as wall masters. This path should be considerably shorter than the other one. Of course, I can just run into cacti. Play our music for the statue. Now we'd be able to go back into the maze if we wanted to. Actually, I think we could have used that path in the first place to just kind of shortcut through half of the tower so that it didn't have to go through the whole thing again. But hindsight is 20/20. Foresight, not always. I think my prescription on foresight is something along the lines of -10. Which is kind of terrible foresight. My eyesight is just -3.25. There's some stalker information for you. Really? I hit you like 4 times and you still have your shield? Get that heart. Oh, don't get that heart. Give him the stick. No, don't give him the stick. And here we are on the 5th floor of Ganon's tower. And yeah, there is a shop here with ridiculously overpriced one-use potion. It is a convenience store to the very definition. Alright, well, let's give this a try, shall we? And he looked upon his blessed enemy, his eyes full of venomous hate. But the hero returned his gaze measure for measure, his eyes flashing like sunlight on steel. So it was that in this moment out of time, both of them knew, in their heart of hearts, that they would be foes to the bitter end. Zelda! Silence! She can't be freed except by my leave, so you may as well save your strength. That quote was from the Book of Mudora, you know. It is an ancient volume of lore, though it's now quite lost to the world. It cuts through all the insignificant details of our lives into the very heart of destiny. Our destiny. It's a circle with no beginning and no end, your fate and mine. We are inextricably bound together, and our wills clash like the titans of myth, each vying for supremacy. In all the times your bloodline has fought me, it has triumphed. But this time it's different. This time it is I who have the advantage. I have the Triforce of wisdom as well as power. And Lunafer has told me everything I need to defeat you. Lunafer? Who is... Ah, yes, you wouldn't know, would you? I keep forgetting how pitifully stupid you are. The man you call Donmore is actually Lunafer, my most trusted lieutenant and loyal servant. He, like me, was sealed in another dimension by the hero of time, something I would not have dreamt possible considering the vast power he commands. Thankfully, shortly after your ancestor, the hero of courage, put an arrow in my heart, he somehow broke free and has ever since been quietly regathering my once vast armies and researching the oldest spellbooks he could get his hands on in an effort to revive me. It's too bad he isn't here now to see the fruition of his work as I take your life from your frail body. We'll see about that. Indeed we will. And now it's time to end this. Time to break the circle. Time for you to die. No, it's time for you to die, Ganondorf. Alright, first stage involves reflecting magic. Now for this I'm going to at least equip my shield, because if we're standing in the wrong place, we will inevitably get hit. We also don't want to spend too much time here, or else that will happen. We'll stand all the way to the right, and all the way to the left. These guys are super jerks. Oh, jeez. Ugh. That's bad. Really should be using my shield for this part, and I don't know why I'm not. See? Taking no damage from that. Oh. Oh. Oh, how am I supposed to even do that? Ah! Yeah, from now on, I'm just going to plain use my shield spell if it comes to beams. Alright. Now he has a shield spell of his own. So we need to throw bombs at him. In particular, we need to throw 3 of them per stage. And we'll have less and less time each time to actually put them down. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Never actually been hit by any of these bombs, but neither would I want to. Yeah. This cycle is useless. Pretty much the third time around, If you try to put down a bomb and get knocked back in such a place that you can't put it down at the right place anymore, yeah, you have to cycle around again. Now keep in mind, since these are mini bosses, well, these are built-in bosses, I should say, that once you kill them, they remain dead. So if you have to do this fight over again, that's a couple of stages that you won't have to worry about. Also, I'm almost dead again. Use my potion. Use my shield because why not? It's there for a reason. Now this actually gave me some pause because it is kind of weird in mechanic. Oh, hit him several times, I guess? Yeah. You pretty much have to hold down up and A, which it doesn't tell you to do, it just tells you to press them. And you have to do so at just the right time so that you properly reflect his attack. Poof. Prepare the shield again, because I'm probably going to need it. Okay. Getting our health back up, that's a good sign. Especially since we are out of potion. Okay, so now he's going to go down to the right, then down to the left. Just keep to the bottom every time. It's going to do that 4 times. And there we go! We have defeated Ganondorf! I lost? I underestimated you, Link. How is it that the lowliest third of the Triforce defeats me? You did it, Link! You saved Hyrule! And yet the boss music hasn't stopped yet. Of course. Did you have any doubts? Nah! Link! Oh, Pigman is out. You didn't think it would be that easy? I won't be defeated! And then this becomes your basic Ganon battle, where you just gotta arrow him. Not again! I can't believe a kid like you defeated me! I have more power, I have more wisdom, but I have more courage! And away he goes. With Ganon defeated, the Triforce of Wisdom returns to me. I have used it to seal him away once more in another dimension. And if you ever think of coming back, you'll have to deal with the Hero of Dreams! The next day. Wow, so we're brother and sister. Wow, I always wanted a brother. What's the matter? You saved Hyrule, single-handedly defeating the Dark Army, and triumphed over Ganon. So why the long face? You should be ecstatic. Well, you see, it's because, you know, we're brother and sister, and you're kind of hot now, but now it's kind of awkward. Something just ain't right. Lunaffer. He got away. He was the one who started all this. He killed our mother. He probably had something to do with the plan of the Dark Army invading Hyrule. After I was all said and done, he's still out there, maybe planning something bigger. Link, everything is going to be okay. He will turn up one day. And when he does, I'll be waiting. For now, let's just have fun. I've forgotten what fun is. I think I can remind you. But first, let's go find that Patty girl you talk so much about. I don't talk about her that much. No, yes you do. All the time it's Patty this and Patty that. You like her, don't you? Nah, she's not my type. I'm going to tell her. What? I will so knock you upside the head with my boomerang. And it's on fire too. It burns. Now that's just sweet. In memory of my grandma, Norma Robertson. Well, we beat the game! Now we shall let the credits roll, with MBW Champion having done most of this stuff. All of these boards are time-based, so they'll advance on their own. I'm just increasing the I'm just scrolling the text by faster because there are a couple of screens that have 2 pages of text to them. So, I think this is the first full Let's Play that I'm posting to LowBiasGaming. This is not to say that we're done, because I just want you to know who I... Oh, come on, really? I actually just noticed that. I don't think I ever noticed that when I originally played the game. Of course, it started with I'll be there for you, so this should not come as a surprise at all. And this is one of those boards that have 2 pages of text. But yeah, we're not done with this. There's a couple of more things that I want to show you guys. And at least one of which that I'll be actually seeing through to the end. Just want you to know all these people. Koji Kondo. Well, I suppose he is kind of a music guy. I've heard his name around. Queasy. And also Josh. Love those Japanese names. Yes, Norishito. Maybe it's supposed to be Josh Paul Stillwell, I don't know, but you know. Set. Chief Ugg. I think I've heard that name Chris Hatfield before, too. Tony. Special thanks to all of these nice people, including people who are actually responsible for making Zelda Classic. And of course Nintendo, because Nintendo is Nintendo. And you! They don't say it, but they mean it, you know, implicitly. So ends The Legend of Zelda: Hero of Dreams. It's been 2 months since the defeat of Ganon and the disbanding of the Dark Army. All the various tribes of monsters throughout the land are being blamed for the Dark Army's invasion. Needless to say, the monsters don't appreciate this, and tensions between them and us are running high. It looks as though, for the time being, everyone is just too angry and suspicious of one another for any progress to be made toward the commander's dream of peace. I can only stand by and hope that time really does mend all wounds. Lunaphor is still at large. Though the king has devoted considerable resources to his capture, I don't think they'll be successful. Lunaphor is one of those people who is only seen when he wishes to be. One thing that struck me is what the Hero of Light said about balances. How every good is balanced by an evil. I think the difference between the two, though, is that evil will never be satisfied with the balance and will always try to break it. That's how I know that Lunaphor will show himself again one day, and when he does, I'll be waiting. Link, look! I found something shiny under this rock. Coming. I gotta go, Mom. I love you. Wait, that's not Mom. Oh dear. The end. Well, that's going to be it for this video. So join me next time, and we're going to be doing a couple of post-game things. I'm Coolio if you don't know, and I'll see you guys next time. I didn't press the right thing.